Today, we are going to watch an interesting video on phobias. Do you know what is a phobia? Phobia comes from a Greek word, phobos, meaning fear, horror. It is an excessive, and irrational fear reaction, of a certain object, situation, or activity. Phobia is a type of anxiety disorder. Do you know, there are many factors, which can contribute to the development of phobias in an individual.
The first is genetic factors. Like other disease, phobias also can be passed, transferred, or inherited to the next generation. Phobias faced by one family member, or close relatives may pass genetics, causing phobias, or fears to their successors. Next, phobias also can develop in an individual due to certain negative, frightening, and panic-stricken events, or accidents. Brain injuries can cause trauma, and put one at risk of developing phobias. Anxiety disorders due to brain injuries can further lead to phobias. Additionally, consuming excessive amounts of alcohol or drugs can also cause paranoia and hallucinations leading to phobias. Finally, long-term and deep-rooted stress can also lead to the development of phobias in an individual.
Let's look at the symptoms of various phobias. People with certain phobia will try their best to avoid what they are afraid of. If they cannot, they may experience panic and fear, rapid heartbeat, shortness of breath, trembling, and a strong desire to get away. There are few types of phobia, which can develop around any objects or situations. Some people may also experience multiple phobias. Phobias can be broadly categorized into two groups. Specific phobias, these phobias developed about a specific object or situation. And complex phobias, these phobias tend to have more disruptive, or overwhelming impact on life than specific phobias. These types of phobias tend to develop during adult. Two of the most common complex phobias are social phobia and agoraphobia.
There are many phobias. Now let's look at the specific phobias. The first group of phobias are related to people. Glossophobia, it is extreme fear to speak in the public. Enochlophobia, extreme fear to be in a crowded places, or to be among the crowds. Anthropophobia, extreme fear to a group of people, or fear to just one person. People with anthropophobia often feels unworthy, or inadequate, and finds difficult talking to people, or looking at people in the eye. Monophonic, extreme fear of being alone. Androphobia, extreme fear to men. It comes from the Greek word, andros, meaning man. This phobia may be caused by child abuse, sexual trauma, or bullying. Pantherophobia, extreme fear of one's mother-in-law. Pedophobia, extreme fear of children, infants, toddlers, or babies. Venostrophobia, extreme fear of beautiful women. Gerontophobia, extreme fear of the elderly or aging people. Denophobia, extreme fear of dentists. Phasmophobia, extreme fear of ghosts.
Next, let's look on phobias related to body parts. Emetophobia, extreme fear of eyes. Omphallophobia, extreme fear of umbilicus, belly buttons. Sufferers will often avoid areas like the beach, where exposed belly buttons are common. In more severe cases, they may cover up their own belly button with tape or a band-aid. Pogonophobia, extreme fear of facial hair or a beard. Ketophobia, extreme fear of detached hair or hair on their own bodies. Chirophobia, extreme fear of one's own hand or another's hand. Geniophobia, extreme fear of knees or knee injury. Coprophobia, extreme fear of feces or waste matter expelled from the body. Many phobics may be more afraid of coming in contact with or viewing someone else's excrement. In extreme cases, phobics may try to completely stop defecating. Needless to say, this can be very harmful. Emetophobia, extreme fear of vomiting. Somnophobia, extreme fear of falling asleep. Optophobia, extreme fear of opening your eyes.
Do you know, some people can develop phobias related to places? For example, acrophobia, extreme fear of heights. Barophobia, extreme fear of gravity. Cloacophobia, extreme fear of sewers. Ergophobia, extreme fear of workplace. Oikophobia, extreme fear of houses, or being in a house. Kenophobia, extreme fear of empty spaces, empty rooms, or voids. Trypophobia, extreme fear of holes. Aquaphobia, extreme fear of water. Lalapsophobia, extreme fear of tornadoes and hurricanes. Astrophobia, extreme fear of thunder and lightning.
Most type of phobias, developed related to certain objects, or situations. Examples are plutophobia, extreme fear around wealth, or being wealthy. Decidophobia, extreme fear of making decisions. Epistimophobia, extreme fear of knowledge. Hippotomonstrosequipedaliophobia, extreme fear of long word. Onomatophobia, extreme fear of hearing certain words, or names. Arithmophobia, extreme fear of maths. Cyberphobia, extreme fear of computer, technology. Panphobia, extreme fear of everything or unknown evil. Ablutophobia, extreme fear of bathing, washing, or cleaning. Arachobutyrophobia, extreme fear of peanut butter, sticking to the roof of your mouth. Taurophobia, extreme fear of cheese. Xanthophobia, extreme fear of the color yellow. Chloephobia, extreme fear of touch, sound, and smell of a newspaper. Isoptrophobia, extreme fear of mirrors, or surfaces like glass, or standing water. Globophobia, extreme fear of balloons. Nomophobia, extreme fear of not having a cell phone. Consecotaliophobia, extreme fear of chopsticks. Trypanophobia, extreme fear of injections. Hemophobia, extreme fear of blood. Chronophobia, extreme fear of time, or the passage of time. Heresophobia, extreme fear of challenges to official doctrine. Bourgephobia, extreme fear of bourge, for Malaysians.
Certain people may develop phobias related to traveling. Example of phobias related to traveling are hotophobia, extreme fear of travel. This is a specific type of phobia that occurs when a person has an extreme fear of traveling. Aviophobia, extreme fear of flying. Aerophobia, extreme fear of flying, movement of air. Amaxophobia, extreme fear of driving, or riding in a car. Thalassophobia, extreme fear of sea travel. Pseudodromophobia, extreme fear of trains. Japherophobia, extreme fear of traveling over bridges.
Lastly, let's look on phobias related to animals. Arachnophobia, extreme fear of spiders. Ophidophobia, extreme fear of snakes. Cynophobia, extreme fear of dogs. Ailurophobia, extreme fear of cats. The fear of cats, also known by many several names. A common one is ailurophobia, which has its origins in Greek, ailuros meaning cats and phobos meaning dread, or fear. Another name for this phobia is gatophobia, which is etymologically Spanish gato for cats. It is also called galeophobia, again Greek for cat scale macra. Buffonophobia, extreme fear of toads.
The top 10 phobias developed among Malaysian are: 1. Bourgephobia, 2. Buffonophobia, 3. Decidophobia, 4. Epistimophobia, 5. Hippotomonstrosequipedaliophobia, 6. Ergophobia, 7. Consecutaliophobia, 8. Cyberphobia, 9. Denophobia, and lastly 10. Heresophobia,